It's good. It gives me more time to finish setting up the Bazaar anyways. Dude, Tempo Launcher's got to get it together. I can't have to uninstall and reinstall the game 17 times to play every single patch. The game will die from that, all right? I'm getting a little bit of fatigue from how much I have to uninstall and reinstall. Now, granted, I've recently learned a cheat code that's been making it so I have to uninstall and reinstall less, but I really don't think that I, as the player, should have to find a workaround to make a launcher work, personally. I would very much like if the developers could maybe change something about that. However, here's my workaround for anybody else who is struggling with the same issue. Don't launch it from any kind of shortcut that they have. Just go into your program files and go to the Bazaar's launcher and launch it from there. I believe it's only something is messed up with the launcher because I think the launcher shortcut they have tries to bundle it with the installer. And if it tries to install while your game is already installed on your PC, it bricks everything from what I can tell. Now, this is my diagnosis as somebody who only like somewhat works in software development. By which I mean the kind of software I develop is for web use, which is very different from developing an entire game client. So that's why I'm saying somewhat works in, hold on, capture specific window, somewhat works in development because like it's not. The Bazaar may require OBS to run as an admin. Yeah, that's why I run everything as an admin. 24/7. You think that I care about who has access to my stuff? No, just make it happen. Now, why do I set up specific game captures instead of just saying any full screen window? Well, it's an embarrassing reason, but like what would I do if I accidentally tabbed over one time? Also, let me bump back up my volume so I can hear the Bazaar. What if I tabbed over one time to my copious amounts of pornography that I keep up on my second screen at all times, and I accidentally clicked the F11 key? That'd be really embarrassing. So this is just a way to kind of circumvent that one. Now, I have 12 chests? Did they give out extra chests? What did that come from? I swear I haven't spent any money on the game. As far, well, at least to my knowledge, I haven't spent any money on the game. Okay, using the escape button doesn't work. Either way, guys, looks like we're about to get Mac if I have 12 chests to open. Has somebody been playing on my account? And if so, yo, big ups to whoever it was. 13? Wait, but mere moments ago, it was 10. There's a button to open 10 chests at once. This is the only time in my life I'll get to see this. Hold. 2 matter. Oh. I got a beetle. The Scarab Stash. I guess we'll be running the beetle from now on, from now until the end of time. Seems to be the only good hit we got in there. We have enough jewels to get Mac now, assuming they don't repossess these chests, because I have no clue where this came from. Maybe something happened in the community I wasn't aware of that caused the developers to have to give out extra chests as like a, we're sorry, we messed up. Wouldn't be the first time that the developers have made a minor misstep with this game. The Viper Cane, number 3000. Yeah, what can I say? I make sure to keep my NFTs close to the heart. I don't really think we're going to be getting anything else good. Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, 2300, that's enough to get Mac, right? Do we just do our free daily ranked game on Mac, on the lad himself? I mean, we'll purchase the hero currently. There he is. We've got him. I did get a skin for Mac. It's like him, but the same. Different card back, of course. Now, what rug do I want? Mac kind of just strikes me as the guy who'd be running the orange one. Yeah, that's my favorite album. Let's run the Scarab Stash, though, and the only game board I have and the only bank that I have. All right. We'll do one normal game as Mac, so I can get it to... I don't need the lore. I already watched the trailer before you guys dropped the character. I don't need to see it again. I get it. He used to be frail. He said, be careful who you make fun of. I guess, I mean, I'm just going to go enchanted start, and we're going to start reading for the first time in my life. Burn and slow. Your other burn items have more burn. Deal damage equal to 10 times this one's poison, but it only goes off once. If you have no other weapons, this has +1 multicast. Poison and regen and slow. That's every 7 seconds? 7 seconds to regen. It's probably my favorite from these options, but I'm not out here absolutely in love with any of them, actually. And then the first thing they give me is weapons. That honestly might be the biggest insult I've ever seen. I picked the one item that says, hey, we don't care about weapons around here, and it's all we get. All right. So why are we starting here? Honestly, this guy might kill me. The reason I decided to start here is I just saw the drone, and I figured if I've got a slow item, this one would care about slow. I don't know if it does. When you slow, a weapon gains damage. Yeah, but if we get a weapon, this isn't going to have multicast anymore. Also, why does it say no other weapons? I guess maybe if you have obsidian on this one. Oh, never mind. Turns out 9 regen is pretty good in the first fight. Yes, it might actually end up with there's no shot that they can harm us. Okay. How do you cleanse a poison? I know it's likely lifesteal, but I don't... That doesn't make sense because it's supposed to remove 10% unless it's 10% rounded up. In which case that makes a lot of sense. I'll say something that my heart's noticing instantly. I don't feel... Okay. I don't feel insanely impactful on the Mac right now. I know it was the first fight and I've got one item, but I really don't feel like I'm doing anything. When you use the weapon to the left of this, when this is transformed, enchant it with fiery if able. Well, I mean, we got to buy some of like these things just in case we find anything. When this or an adjacent item slows, haste the item to the left of it 1 second. Okay, and then this one's enchant with toxic if able. This is probably... No, adjacent items have cooldowns reduced. So let's get a smelling salts going on, right? And dude, look, the beetle goes crazy. Oh, you can't see it. I'm blocking it. Trust me, the beetle is going absolutely wild back there. I just can't show that on Twitch. So are you a weapon? No, you're just a poisonous potion. So you're doing nothing. You will haste the thing to the left, which will then be hemlock for this case. And we're mono poison Mac, I guess? I mean, we can transform you into anything, maybe? See what we have. If you are a Mac, get a silver tier reagent. Silver seems pretty good. Enchant with obsidian for lifesteal if able. How am I supposed to transform this much? Isn't it just one vendor? I mean, I guess we'll figure it out, but it seems pretty rough. Early game pig, 100 shield. That's not going to help you around these parts, unfortunately. 3 poisons, all I've got. He doesn't have any form of healing or regen or scaling. Unfortunately for him, we have great scaling with the... We should have swapped the order of these two. When this or an adjacent item slows. Yeah, we definitely should have swapped the order to get more heavy. Whoops. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, heavy should go next to smelling salts, and then we've got something going on there. He might have a lot of HP. But with 17 burn on him, it's going to be pretty close. With this much burn, he just loses. Okay, cool. Okay. We beat a day 1 pig. Now, granted, I do have to put it out there. It's not ranked, so I don't know if they're trying. It feels like a hollow victory, like beating my dad at chess when I was 8 or 9. I know he could have outplayed me. He just didn't want to. Upgrade a bronze tier item. Yeah. Why don't we get better on this? 2 regen, 2 heal, bronze tier skill, something that's like all of your poison, your leftmost poison, your weapons. We'll go leftmost poison. Reorganize this a bit. Smelling salts will then go way more off. You're a weapon, unfortunately, so I'd lose my multicast. Yeah. You're a reagent, and you are not doing anything. Welcome to the team, I suppose. Are you a friend? Okay. I would personally wager that this snake looks like he'd be Mac's friend. It doesn't look like he's that evil. I could definitely chill with him, but maybe that's just because I'm not a problematic guy. Yo, I don't know if anybody else has this experience. It feels so advertisable too. Wait, hold on. When you transform a reagent, this permanently gains... Okay, yeah, that's worth. When you buy, get a catalyst. A catalyst is when you sell this, transform your leftmost small item. So let's transform our hemlock into something else. And now we have poison equal to this item's regen, slow items, and then, okay, now, wait, I might be onto something, because now the Philosopher's Stone can come out, as we knew that it would eventually. Hold on. So I don't know if anybody else has this. I get advertised to really easily specifically, what I mean is I find myself falling for advertisements more, especially for food-based items, when people say the item is disgusting. If you say that an item is a good thing, right? Like you're like, oh, I really enjoyed this food item from whatever fast food place. The odds of me getting it, they're going down. If you say that it was the nastiest thing you've ever had, all of a sudden I'm like, but how could that be the case? Surely they must be fibbing. Allow me to look into this. Ooh, wait, this guy's good as hell now, right? He might actually fold us entirely. We'll see. I think my build's pretty good, though. Hey, Salt. Yeah, that's me. I'm back. Welcome back. But also, hello, it's and welcome in. How's it going? Somebody get a shout out for Sen. That's not really like my job. This run's going insane. Maybe I should have just taken Mac into rank. This gotta be like a really good build for him, right? I mean, the Emerald's doing a lot. Do you like Mac? I've had him for all of, how long has the stream been going? 13 minutes? Okay. So I've had him for a bit now at this point. I would say almost too long. Thus far, yeah, I think he's pretty fun. But I don't really have the most of a, hold on, let's see if we can get a good fiery something. It's a weapon. I don't know. Also, gang, this is an insane build. That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? Like, I feel way too good right now. This doesn't happen often. I'm feeling powerful. Gain a neutral item, 4 gold. Get a small silver tier potion. I thought that there was a skill that you could get here, which is why I chose it. When you sell this, your leftmost slow gets +1 slow. It's actually just that easy. A fucking slow quilt and a poison essence or whatever it is. Yeah, well, let's see. If we can beat Pepernocchio, I was a big fan of him when he was telling lies and his nose was growing, then I'll consider it a good run. However, if we can't, see, he's got a leech. I don't even know what this guy does. When you poison, this gains 10 damage for the fight. Okay, so this poisons once. I don't know. Yeah, I'm close. I'm just letting it happen. This is out of my control. Regen does not count as healing, as unfortunate as that may be, and then he's got heal. Because there's an item called Femur. If we have Femur, we suck ass, though. True? Because then we lose a multicast on Quill and Ink. If you have no other weapons. So then I don't know if I'd even want to run this build. This build only works without weapons. Now, it could be that you then swap Ink and Quill to be transformed into something else, and then your Philosopher's Stone does more. Because we also have, when you slow, weapon gains damage. Yeah. I don't know what we want, man. There's too many items in this game. When you sell this, your leftmost poison item gets +1 poison. I take it all back. It's just that easy. It actually is that simple. Do I want chocolate bars? Probably not. So let's see what items we can get. We're looking for more reagents. We'll take this one. I'm not really looking forward to it. The potion to the left of this has +1 ammo. That's something we could do. But it is a weapon, so it's actually not something we could do. I lied. At the start of each day, get a random, when you buy this, get a small reagent. Don't care. When you transform a reagent, this permanently gains poison. Okay, that works. That can be in. 1 chocolate bars for Mac, you scale your HP early. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, guys. I actually had no... I guess it makes sense. My HP kind of sucks ass. It was the one thing I was noticing. I'm going to just sell everything so we can get this as a source of generating infinite money. Trying to turn lead into gold here, if at all possible. Eating at thins for max HP, getting myself a little bit more regen that we start with. Starting with 10 regen per fight makes me feel really tanky. You have like 100 HP less than any character. Yeah, but you have so much regen. At least I do. I guess I can't say that for everybody. The toxic incense has also been very helpful. Poison equal to this item's regen. Wait, equal to this item's regen? Well, how would I scale your regen then? I mean, I guess I could just scale the poison separately, but still. Yeah, I mean, 30, I mean, that's just hardly fair. What are you supposed to do when I have 45 regen on day 3? It's the tankiest Mac ever. No. I believe Poison right now is having a little bit of a rough time, correct? Because it's really easy to heal, cleanse it off. Kind of ass now since heals take 10%. Yeah, that's what I thought. 3 bronze spare change, sells skills. I don't really have money. Sells potions. Well, I guess I'd rather go here then. Your weapons deal more damage if you have 5 or fewer items. Just gonna thank him for his time and be on my way. And then we'll go to the mountain pass and see what happens here. 5 gold and 1 XP. I don't think I could ask for a better outcome. Upgrade a bronze tier item. Now, we could upgrade our bronze tier smelling salts, or we could get a bronze tier skill. We could also upgrade our lizard or our philosopher's stone. Maybe philosopher is the way. There's items that scale regen. I don't know about that. Are there? Also, what do you do? Get a catalyst and transform the small item to the left of this into a random potion. When you buy this, get a small reagent. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I didn't recognize that I was going to be leveling up, so now we've got absolutely nothing on the board. I just kind of think the empty space really ties it all together. It's like Lebowski's rug. Ice pick? I hope not. Okay, they do have healing, which is scary. We need actual healing in this build. We have good regen, very good regen. But like against a poison mirror, we do nothing because I've got no way to stop their poison from being on me. Same with the burn. Now, luckily, even though they're about to cleanse a decent amount of poison, they still just get absolutely decimated by the fact that I have a deceptively large HP pool. And then we're going to transform a reagent, which is going to give this +5 poison, this plus more regen. And then we got another catalyst and a chunk of lead. When this is transformed, gain a chunk of gold, which will be very helpful someday. But as of right now, we have reload this, but it's a weapon. Gain 1 regen, reload this, deal damage equal to 10 times its regen. Unfortunately, if we put a weapon out, there's no reason to do that. Now, when we sell this, transform your leftmost small. So now we get a chunk of gold with it, which sells 4 gold. And then we have Incense Part 2, which, I mean, like, why not at that point? There's multiple skills that scale off regen. Okay. Heal and regen items or chocolate bars. I think we do need to look at potentially healing ever. Gain 3 regen, and then it will transform. When you heal or gain regen, this gains 2 poison. When this is transformed, enchant it with toxic if able. Gain regen for the fight. I don't know. This one for now, and we just call it there. And then maybe I transform this to have another toxic thing out, but I don't really want to have a toxic. But you are a reagent, which does matter. But maybe it's too complicated. They fucked up, man. Hold on. So maybe I pull this one. And I pull the lizard because he's not doing much. And then we just run it like this. Because this is going to scale a good amount. And then we can transform our Myrrh whenever. My favorite impractical Joker. He doesn't have any allegations against him, right? I know that there's some against like Joe Gatto, I believe. I haven't kept up with them. I don't even know if those are real or not. Because like I said, I haven't kept up with them. More poison, more multicast. We love to see it. Well, sorry, more regen. No point in rolling. I was debating it, though. When you slow, freeze, poison, or burn with an item, a regeneration item gains plus regeneration. Okay, Vital Renewal is the skill. Now, we shouldn't fight a Hexa. Unfortunately, unless I want to... Hold on. Won't this beat a Hexa? Doesn't this just win? No cam? I've got a VTuber right there in the bottom left. Because she only transforms small items, right? It got changed. You say that like they post patch notes. If they posted patch notes, I would be like, oh yeah, that's on me. Let me ask you a question, do they? So should I just run it as it is and see if we win? Because it's not like you can check in-game anywhere what the enemies do and they change them every time. Wait, are you talking this patch? I haven't played in like a week and a half. I'm out of the loop, okay? I broke up with the abusive ex and now I'm back. I'm crawling back on my hands and knees saying, wait, please, please. So, I thought that the virus The virus transformed other small items into viruses. So therefore, old Hexa where she destroys smalls. I thought she had a virus that transformed viruses. Hold on. Hold on. There's an issue with the rat right now. It looked like he was having a stroke and or seizure. Locked in again. Sorry. Had to take a perk real quick and now we're back. Just that easy. Actually, no, it's still broken. Why is it only broken when I click display on stream? It's a great question. One of the many great questions. I'm trying to clean the screen right now for it anyways. And see if that does it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just work here sometimes. Now he just looks sad. Why, though? Why does he look sad now? Confidence 100%? Change your confidence, Google. Change it 100%. Okay. We'll go back to old reliable. Hold on. All right, that should be good. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see together how it works. The beautiful part about being on this planet is we're all learning together. Bazaar.gg time. It's just like, why can't we just put this information in the game? It should be public knowledge. Bazaar.gg. Okay. Ah, that's a domain that's for sale. Bazaar.gg. Let me just look it up. How Bazaar.gg. A hexa. Items. Virus. Cooldown 8 seconds. Poison yourself. Transform another non-legendary small item into a virus. Okay. So yes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you have absolutely no items out, she will just poison herself and you win.
There's no
Let me see if I am correct on this.
I can do that for you.
Oh, she has a new item. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I fucked up then. Ah, but it would still be bad if we had the other ones, and this is still gonna poison more. Yeah, because even though she's gaining regen, we already have regen. And she only gets regen when she poisons herself. And unfortunately... Is this legendary? Why is it not hitting the crypto? For each virus, transform another small, non-legendary... I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We sat here and won, okay? Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. We remember the trend. There we go. Okay. It still works. Haste your other items for 1 second. Gain 6 regen when you burn charge this. It's not even that bad. We. Us. Yeah, well, I'm trying to make it parasocial, right? I hear that's how you grow an audience. Is you, like, just prey upon lonely people. Anybody out there here alone tonight? Dude, there's this one comedian who pops up. Hold on. Your poison items have +1 poison for each potion. I personally think the retort should count as a potion, but okay. We're just gonna re-roll then. The first time you use an item each fight, haste 1 poison item. No. When you slow... Oh, yeah, this is the one. Yeah. Okay, this is what we want. Wait, it's just that easy. How come nobody told me this game is the easiest game of all time? Oh, I don't have out the right item. I want out Philosopher's Stone more. I think. Not 100% sure. Gain 1 regen for the fight. Okay. So, we can re-roll Myrrh into something else to keep scaling. We're not alone. We have you. That's true. Also, you know you're not alone because I'm going to make this place your home. Transform large. I want to keep transforming reagents to scale retort and Philosopher's Stone. Unfortunately. Restorative crocodile tears. When your enemy takes damage, this gains 10 damage for the fight, and then it would heal equal to that. It's not bad. And maybe we should hold on to these so we have a potion pivot someday. Unfortunately for the Venomander friend, I don't know if he's going to sit here that much longer. But we will hold on to the solar farm for now. Unless I see something I want to sell, in which case, that's that. Sells potions, get a small... I don't know. There's too many options, man. Dude, gamers are kind of crazy. I was in a stream earlier, and the streamer was talking about sports. And a bunch of the chat was just like, ugh, gross, sports. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of sports, right? I don't really watch too many sports in my free time. It's just not for me. I don't find them that entertaining. But if you do, why would I care, right? However, Seeing people go, ugh, gross, sports. How could you even watch sports? I hate sports. It's insane to me because these are the exact same gamers who then turn around and go, dude, you're literally playing a Azir mid and you rush Blade of the Ruin King? Oh my god, I understand you were looking at Nashor's Tooth for the attack speed. However, you also have to consider that even though Blade of the Ruin King does give you attack speed, it's the AD scaling on-hit item, which isn't going to help you as much as the AP scaling Nashor's Tooth, which is also on-hit. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't call sports boring if this is what you're policing in somebody's head. Maybe you might have to look in the mirror for a little bit, right? Like any gamer who enjoys League of Legends, I think you've lost any right to call sports boring because the game you're playing is objectively one of the most boring. And I say this as somebody who has played the game, by the way. I'm just going to sell these because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. We're just going to sell this, get ourselves a chunk of gold, have our Venomander back. We love to see it. Real. That, I mean, look, it's just insane, okay? And then they'll deadass look at you and act like it's normal for them to know that. Now, you might be saying, aren't you the one who knows it because you were able to call it out? Shut, dude. Dude. Stop. All right? It is like an apes together moment. You have to decide with me right now. Do you transform the item, the small item to the left of this? Okay, so we could have Venomander there. Sure, why not? Yeah, does anybody know why, namely Eldon, do you know why I signed in and had 13 boxes to open? I swear I didn't have that many before. Did something happen, like a community goal got reached, so they gave people free chests to open? We hacked you? I mean, I'll take it. I opened them all. Maybe they gave them to the wrong person. You know, they accidentally gave the goods to... It was supposed to go to a different account, you know, different, offshoring their chests. I just feel powerful. I don't even think I've got anything to worry about here. It is... I also can't take anybody seriously who complains about losing a League of Legends game, especially a quick play. Dude, if you're just doing random unranked Summoner's Rift and you're sad about losing, you gotta get different priorities. I'm sorry. It's not even just like a let people enjoy things, because you're not enjoying it. That's the issue. You hate playing it, and then you'll complain about a non-ranked game. At least with a ranked one, I can imagine how you can equate in your mind your ranked points to your personal value as a human. I can imagine how that would come to pass. I'm not saying like it should come to pass. Silver tier weapon, loot item, or silver tier item. We need shockingly little of the other one, so when you... Oh, Spider Mace would be so good, because then whenever we slow, weapons gain 5 damage for the fight, and then Spider Mace would go off so often, but we'd lose the multicast on our Quill and Ink, but then we could do something like this, and maybe that would even feel better. Oh, it could be really good. I want to try it. I want to try it. Transform an item into something new. I think this is one of the only times I don't have any reagents aside from Nightshade. Do I want to transform Nightshade, though? I don't think so. I really don't. We'll look at small items, because that's 95% of our build. Exactly what I was hoping to find. That's just more poison on everything. Jason items have cooldown reduced. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. That's huge. That's, yeah, exactly. Quick, so you feel me. I didn't feel you, but you know, when you heal or regen, or gain regen, you give regen, you give regen, you give regen. So Nightshade's going to be very good for us, arguably better than Retort, but Retort is still scaling, and at the start of each day, spend 3 gold and get it. So we are still getting more parts. Let's look for any reagents we can buy, though. Spider Mace, upgraded. Gain 50 max health. When you haste or slow, charge this. I have a witty retort. Go on. The floor is yours. When you burn, charge this. I just don't think we're going to be getting much out of Solar Farm. I'll hold on to it for right now. I'm really looking for like a reagent. Fuck. Energy Potion 6-second cooldown might be a bit too much now. I know that it was broken before, by the way. I'm just saying that, like, I don't see a world where I'm using it right now. It's non-ranked, so let's just try this with Spider Mace and see how it feels. If we absolutely need the incense back, we'll put it back. Not the incense, the ink and quill. And we might. I'm not trying to say this is the only way that could work. Slow haste multicast. Yeah, that looks pretty fucking good. That looks like it's going to stop me from doing pretty much anything that I would like to do. And there's a lot that I would really like to do. Now, this is the wrong order. The poison one should be casting more. Yeah. No, that's just wrong. But on the bright side, look how much the damage is already scaling on the Spider Mace. Not much, though. Is it doing anything? Or is it just there to make me feel good? What is the win condition? Did they forget that part? Bro read Potion Distillery and said no. Actually, not at all accurate. Don't say that. You're telling a lie right now. I looked at Potion Distillery, said, holy shit, that's a lot of words, and then did not bother with it. There's a very big difference. Your item's getting 100% crit chance for a couple seconds. Dear Lord, please. Okay. It's just not for me, I think. Plus, I've already got one over there. Well, hold on to Spider Mace for now. Like, I'll read more of his items in the future, but right now I don't feel any need to reinvent the wheel. Transforms the shit to the left. Each encounter is free scaling, basically. All right, then I'll buy one right here. What's this one? When you use a weapon, your weapons have plus damage equal to 50% of the poison on your enemy. Or the goop flail, poison equal to this item's damage every 12 seconds. I don't know about that. When you sell an item, this gains the types of that item. Okay, Rick and Morty fans pointing to the vat of acid and absolutely frothing at the mouth. Now, Poppy Field could be interesting if you wanted to do something with like Spider Mace plus this kind of setup. I don't think it's worth us doing, but it could be interesting. I don't think it's silver I can buy in, though. That's a hard sell for this one. When you visit a merchant, transform the small item to the left of this into a random potion. Sure. I suppose that this is precisely the item that was being talked about. Transform the small item to the left of this. Okay. Spider Mace needs to be my rightmost item because there's a chance it comes back. And then aside from that, all we're doing is looking for reagents to scale this and this, I believe. Sells weapons. There's very few weapons that are also reagents, specifically only the obsidian shard, but let me check my knowledge on that. This loses 25% crit chance. So it's just like, what do you do, letter opener? Like, what's your point? Double this out. Now that's a fun one. That one I understand the point of. It's to synergize with carpet. When you crit, reduce this item's cooldown by 1 second. Dude, I've got an insane idea. What if we use the letter opener and carpet together? Just kind of my idea. I'm just kind of spitballing here. Let me know if anybody's thought of that one before. Freeze an item. No. When you poison, this gains damage for the fight. You'd think leeches are our payoff, like our end game. I don't think they are. I kind of like the Covetous Raven, but I don't have $16 on me, and I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of money. In this economy, $16? You're lucky. We go pretty fast. Fast enough that I don't think this guy's going to be an issue. When you, or when this or an adjacent item slows. Okay, yeah. So now heavy ink and quill is all the way up. The 5 regen on multicast, I do think is what's really holding the run together. And then Philosopher's Stone every now and then just coming in and giving us 25 regen. That's feeling pretty good too. Now, what do I want here? I don't know, man. I just kind of felt like fighting the hardest one. Your weapons have plus damage equal to your income. Try to keep it in your pants. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. That could be a reagent upgrade or a retort upgrade, so we get more going on there. But really, I think silver skills are just going to be better for us. The first time you freeze each fight, haste an item, that doesn't happen. Your weapons have plus crit chance, that doesn't happen. Wow. Wow, those were ass. Holy, are those garbage. Wow, that's like a different breed of ass. I didn't think that could happen. As much as it would be nice to go there and get something transformed, we don't really have any reagents. And it's looking like that's not going to change at all. Apparently, I've bought out every reagent in the game, and they're back on the menu. Shrinking Potion. Reduce your enemy's max health by 10% for the fight. Okay. When you buy this, get a small reagent. We don't need that anymore then. Because even though it was free transforms before, I don't really need that anymore when I have the potion distillery. I do need more money. So if I can get something for free here, that's optimal. That's not exactly what I'm looking for, unfortunately. I understand what they're going for on that one. +1 poison, but it's dual cast. Fuck it, the spider mace isn't coming back. Let's like honest. Now, do I pay 5 when no, we don't pay 5 because we're going to get a chunk of lead. Now, what was giving me the catalyst? That very well might have been from the item I sold, the other flask thing. I'm just kind of trying not to read for as long as I live. See how far I can get doing that. And I think the answer is going to be pretty far. This is my only item. Oh, okay. I thought we were in for a world of hurt there for a second. Luckily, we're looking pretty good. This build goes very fast that we're fighting. Fast enough that I'm very afraid. I need to build up more scaling, but I'm not going to have time. It's going to kill before that.
Fall like a boulder. I flow like the waves.
That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That one sucks. That stings. We were under half a second off. 1 poison tick, and it was... That's rough. Okay. When this is transformed, we get gold. So we go to a merchant to transform. Now it's been transformed into a random thing that we don't care about. Haste potion. Don't care. Sell our chunk of gold. We've got our money up, not our funny up. Reduce all of our cooldowns. More poison. And don't pay 4 for a reroll. Be sensible with our money. We don't have much of it. Somebody, and I'm not pointing any fingers, decided not to go all in on this one. This guy is so good at the video game low-key. Keep going, because flattery does get you everywhere. I love shrinking potion. That's why I'm holding on to it right now. I think it's really funny. I don't know if we'll necessarily get a use for it. I believe you have poison skills, and we're going to level up regardless here. I think this one is... Oh, no, when you heal, charge a poison item. So then we can get heal going. There's also floor spike, which would add to our poison potential. This permanently gains heal, and then toxic. Toxic succulents, honestly, wouldn't even be that bad for us. Because then it helps us in a poison mirror match. We'll have something that heals us, and it will keep the poison up. Then it would also scale Nightshade more. Maybe it would even be better than Retort, unfortunately for Retort. You could replace Retort with the Toxic Nightshade and the, Thank God they didn't let me make that choice. Boy, I would have made the incorrect one. Gold tier skills, heal and regen skills. Ah, fuck, dude. Because gold is just so solid. But heal and regen is... Regen could be really nice for us. We could upgrade Vital Renewal and get more going there, and then the more regen this gets, the more it poisons, so then we'd have more in-game scaling. But I'm more of a high roll kind of guy. You just gotta believe that it'll be fine. The first 4 times you use a poison, gain 20 regen, that's not happening. The first 2 times you use an item each fight, haste 2 burn items, that's not happening. When you use an item, your items gain 3% crit chance. We don't use items often, though, right? Not often enough, at least. I don't think so. But if we did build in Crescendo, what would I want with it? Well, I guess you could spam more. You also do have no crit. Yeah, I guess it can only be an upside eventually if the fight goes long enough. Heal and regen, sure. There's a lot we could look for here. What is this? The first time you would die each fight. Heal for 1 and take no damage for 1 second. When you poison, this gains +1 regen for the fight. We could get a little Memento Mori going on. Fiery, noxious poison. Or, sorry, potion. I don't think that's going to be happening. If this is adjacent to a regen item, gain 4 regen. If it's adjacent to a poison item, poison 4. If it's adjacent to a burn item, we could get 2 out of 3 of those activated, but I just don't think we'd care. I don't think we care about any of those. Memento Mori was close, but I don't know. What is this? Is Mac a reading comprehension check? Did they put this guy in the game to make sure I would actually read? Okay. Deal damage equal to the regen plus the burn on both players. Burn equal to your regen. You have +8 regen. We do get a lot of regen, but I don't know if it's enough. It's double proc on scaling regen. Maybe. The first time you fall below half health each fight, you take no damage for 1 second and gain 25 regen for the fight. Your weapons have plus damage equal to your regen. Okay. That one does seem good. We'll definitely take this to transform it. Deal damage equal to the regen on both players. Sunlight Spear is really speaking my name. I just wish it was poison instead of burn. But it is really speaking my name. And then we'll put this over here and get a restorative potion going on. The moose one's interesting. I just don't know if I want to remove that many items to get it to work. Transform your items into something new. I'm actually going to go for that over the free transform because this one doesn't necessarily have to be a potion. We could have heal equal to 10 times this item's regen, and when you poison, this gains +1 regen for the fight. Yeah. I think I've got something I like a little bit more. I think I've got a little silhouette of a man. Do something like this and this. Negative crit chance of 100%. Okay, that's true. And you're also every 6 seconds, so I feel like you're too good, but I do really want the rose out here. Gaining regen for the fight, +5 poison on everything. Could it just be the incenser? Because this will give me more regen anyways. He bought a rose toy? Well, yeah, how else am I going to cheat at chess? I need someone to send me signals. This is probably exactly what we're looking for, dare I say. Because now we're going to get... Okay, so you're Giga Slow Femur Mac. Your other items have +1 slow, slow for 3 seconds, slow 2 items for 5 seconds. Wow, that hurts. I'll give you credit there. That definitely hurts. Now, luckily, I've got pretty good... But you're scaling. This gains 50 damage. Okay, yeah. Every time he's slowing, it's gaining more damage than I can keep up with. Unfortunately for him, it's still not enough. Think that restorative black rose is going crazy for us. I understand why people are posting about their rose toys now. I thought it was some perverted sex thing. Thank God that's not the case. I don't know if my achy breaky heart could take that. Sells monster skills. I mean, like, you'd show me a diamond merchant. I gotta show up and see what you're selling. When you destroy an item during combat, your weapons gain 100 damage, and your burn items gain burn. Not happening. When you poison, gain 4... I think that might be worthwhile. I think that we've got a skill that we like here. When this is transformed... Is the transform person in the middle? They are. Okay. Yet again, could be anything, which is why we're just going to transform it here. Because I don't need just potions. I don't know if I need that either, honestly. But whatever, we'll take it. Yeah, no, you can go negatives for crit, but I do think we're using enough items almost where we get to positives by the end of the fight. I should have checked against that other femur build and seen. I mean, speaking of femur builds, this will give us a good chance to look at it. Very similar builds. We're not so different, you and I, Oasis Guardian. The only difference is I'm cooler. Yeah, see, we're already to a -76, so after... It would take a lot of cycles through. So it probably was not a skill that was worth picking up, but, like, whatever. Yeah, because that's -35, that's -40. By the time they're dying, we're almost out of the negatives. Which I don't think means it was a optimal choice. Say less. Holy shit. What an upgrade. Wait, that's insane. Silver tier reagent? It has to be. I don't even care. Enchant with heavy if able. Give it to me. Put this over here. We can transform into something else. But also, we possibly wouldn't have gotten crit anyways. This one at least had a positive 5% before. I have to say before, because look at it now. Does this count as a merchant? It absolutely should. Fuck you. When you visit a merchant, sells skills. What makes you not a merchant? When you poison your weapons, gain damage. First time you use an item, each fight haste a potion or a poison item. When you fall below half health, each fight haste 4 items for 2 seconds. I just think that that's better than any of the other options. The poison scaling weapons was tempting. I'll stand by the fact that what I went to, by the way, should have counted as a merchant. Now, this is another thing that we definitely want to buy. Same with the myrrh. So we're going to sell this, put this one over here. We have a second incense that I'm happy to hold on to. Sell the fiery potion just because I need more money to buy other reagents. Now we've got more scaling going on, and I don't see a possible way that we lose this. Another Mac. Dear Lord. How am I supposed to beat this? Now, what are we looking for in terms of enchants for the rest of the game? I don't know, man. Maybe something on our Philosopher's Stone. It's giving us 35 regen, though. I feel like that's not nothing. And then your Giga Burn build, which is scary, but I'm able to cleanse a decent amount with my... Never mind. No, I'm not. All right. Sorry for lying to you. Wow. Lizzie Demon, so close to Glizzy. Oh, is that their name? Oh, Lizzie Lemon. So true. So true. They would go absolutely crazy at any stadium where they could buy a hot dog for roughly $14. And also, it looks like the worst food you've ever seen. It's like a true combo. By the way, that guy's build was kind of insane for him being almost out of the game. When you use a small item, charge this 2 seconds. Candles are not bad. They could be a better payoff than some of our stuff. I just don't know if I'm brave enough to do it. Sell this and this, move this over, and then get ready to move myrrh back over. Leeches, no. I just don't like them here. We've got... When you use a potion, deal 10 damage. When you reload or transform a potion, this gains 10 damage for the fight. How do you make that work? It feels like I would have to fight for 4 years. Well, I guess transform into 2 small potions. When you reload or transform. Maybe if you're using nothing but potions, it works. I don't know. It just does not seem... On paper, I'm having a disturbing lack of faith. Very notable lack of faith. Transform your leftmost small item. Your other slow items have +1 slow. Hold on. It's not over yet. So, what would a fella drop for this? I don't want to drop my only hasting, because I really like hasting up the Ink and Quill. Don't I? I think I do. With crit effects, crit is so worthless for us, so I'll just take a random enchant on Nightshade and we'll see what we get, because pretty much anything will be nice. Is that turbo? Haste 1 item for 2 seconds. Alright, so honestly, that's on me. I said anything would be nice. Can I make an exception? I don't think turbo is going to do much for us, but I mean, we'll take it. I was hoping we'd get something else that can double scale with the fact that this is getting +8 poison every time we're using half of our kit. So what is it? It's when you heal or gain regen. Okay, so then this one's really nice, because honestly, I thought you'd give me more regen by now. It gains +1 regen. Okay, I guess that's not exactly a huge amount. But this is already doing 234. Wait, we might enter the positives for once. This is not... So close. So close. Building crescendo any day now. Any day now. It'll... When you poison your items, gain 3% crit chance for... Oh, man. We fucked it with building crescendo, dude. Oh, hindsight really is a bitch, huh? It's got to be Vital Renewal, by the way. Getting 2 regen on an item for the fight every time we're doing it. Oh, man. Hindsight really is 2020. No, listen, this is going to be so good. No, guys, here's how Bernie could still win. No, he has a plan. Okay, I probably should have bought the shrinking potion. Let's be real. If it hasn't hit the field by now, I'm not the kind of guy who changes up a build. I'm not going to leave anybody behind. You're going to be out of the negatives half a second less. Yeah, it's just before it would have only been building if we got this. It's rough. It's rough. This is going to hurt, huh? Wow, we really are slow to start, though. You know, I think I know what the issue is with this build. Is it the fact that I've done nothing to change the build even remotely for most of the game? That's it. Yeah, that's precisely the issue. With that said, get absolutely decimated dually. Remember, I own you. Searing Flames. When one of your burn items gains haste, if it already has haste, increase its burn for the fight by 1. I guess with burn having more counters now, a skill like that can exist. That adds up. Teaches max skills or heal and regen skills. I really want to know what max skills are. Fuck the amber. It's not coming out. Fuck the obsidian potion. All right, now I've got money to reroll. I just want to know what these could be.
Is more poetry than science.
Yep. All right, actually, it turns out it's really easy to make those kinds of choices. Free loot tier item. Hoping for like a upgrade your leftmost item. I mean, it just has to be the hammer. Sell it instantly, get this to be diamond. Our most important item, arguably. Because this one's already diamond. Maybe I could have upgraded one of these two, seeing as they're never going to get upgraded. It'd be nice if I could combine 2 items. Like, I know duplicating stuff's really strong still, but I also do wish I could just kind of combine 2 that I have. Because they're not doing much. For each adjacent potion or reagent at the start of each day, get a catalyst. Not happening. When you reload, gain regen. Not happening. When you sell a catalyst, gain 1 regen. I don't need to start with more regen. I just need regen scaling in a fight. Very different. Very subtly different, dare I say. Gain regen, burn, sword cane. Nyeh, none of those. I think I'm going to understand Mac good enough to do a ranked game after this. I don't think Poison's his only archetype. I think it's the archetype I went into, but I've read through enough of his items to know some of the options we're looking out for, and I think that's enough for me to get started. I forgot that it was you. I think I lose this, actually. I got locked the fuck out. Sorry. I was greeting for a level. Wow. Wait, he feels so much better than I remember. I guess, well, we are on a slow build. Pearl's dig site has to be good. When you burn charges 2 seconds, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sorry, Copper Ed. I know he was so happy to show up, but it's just not what I'm looking for. Now, what is this? Reload adjacent potions. Adjacent potions have a multicast. Burn, slow, burn equal to your regen. You have +8 regen. But when I poison, this gains... So it'd probably be Philosopher's Stone I'd want out, but 47 regen's also a lot. Emerald has to stay. +5 on everything is very key to our build. Slow 2. Slowing means I could put it next to Smelling Salts. Start hasting this. But then we're going hard on burn instead. I was just thinking because we do get a lot of regen. I think I'm overthinking a combo that I shouldn't think because it plainly does not fit. When you crit with another item, charge this 1 second, lifesteal. Okay, I understand that. That's probably like a magic carpet weapon mech. Black Spider. When an adjacent item poisons or burns, charge this 1 second. Poisons or burns. It's not gonna happen. When this gains haste, when this gains haste, gains 10 burn for the fight. Also not gonna happen. Or when you use it at the start of each day, get a catalyst. Final reroll, and then we're taking something. No, because we're so negative and crit. The last one that I said final reroll, they all know that I give them a warning. Alright, we don't really recoup much of our losses here. I was hoping for something better. I feel like we low-rolled pretty hard there. I don't think that it's necessarily the end-all, be-all, because when you look at the rest of the build, it's man with 16 Lamborghinis complaining that a poor guy is driving, you know, a Tesla. Saying that's not fair. He only rented the Tesla. He should have to buy cars like me. We definitely have gotten really lucky for the rest of the game, so I don't think it's worth complaining about it all. Now this is your weapons game, 240 damage for the... they just own us. This build's really slow. I feel like it's gonna get fucked. Yeah, but I also don't have anything to transition it into. Like, if there were any options I could think of to transition it into, I probably would, but I just can't come up with something that would actually help. Upgrade your bronze tier and silver tier items to gold. That's a lot of our board, honestly. Wait, that's actually a sick option. That might help a good bit. He's coping. He's coping. If I don't have cope, what do I have? No point in going here because we don't care what this item is that it transforms into. We just care about getting our chunk of gold and getting the fact that it has transformed a reagent. Oh, that upgrade's in there too. When you buy this, get a small reagent. Okay. Moth meal is worth holding on to. Reload adjacent potions. It's not a potion-based build. Stop it. Your poison items gain poison for the fight.
Would you perhaps accept some lead?
Okay. So that's going to get rid of Emerald, 100%. What else does that get rid of? Because that replaces the fact that this is the slowest item on our board. Hasting for 3 seconds is really good. And honestly, maybe what you do. So, like, Emerald's gone. We can agree. Is Incense gone? I don't think Incense is gone. I think Philosopher's Stone might be gone. Now, you can call me insane on that one. I'd accept that. But I know one Incense is gone. And Emerald's gone. And with it, I'm not using Shrinking Potion, okay? Now, I know that was a lot to sell, but, like, check this shit out. Because now this is going to go every 2.5 seconds to give 6 poison to every item on our field. Because it's going to get all the haste from Smelling Salts, which will then get the 2 multicast from this slow, which will then feed back into Deathcap's perma being hasted. It will make the Quill and Ink a little bit slower and make our regen scaling slower. Now, I did hold on to the Philosopher's Stone very ideally while your enemy has poison, there's +1 multicast. I don't know about you, Weaselpede. I don't know if you're really what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm happy you decided to show up, obviously. You know, very happy to have the company. I just don't think I'm a Weaselpede kind of guy. Take no damage, slow. Freeze Mac is actually really fun. Yeah, I just don't think that this is a Freeze Mac build. I do believe that it's very fun. I believe it because I just think playing Freeze is very fun. It, like, might make you a bad person, but so does everything in this life, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't drink and drive anymore. Sorry, I'm having fun. Sorry, not everyone's perfect, I guess. Now, maybe the Turbo Nightshade needs to go. Enchant with Toxic if able. What about if it already has an enchantment like it currently does? No shot we lose to the Octopus, right? If we lose to the Octopus, we're definitely, like, we're just ass now. We are unfortunately not going to lose to the Octopus, much as it would love us to. Well, honestly, hold on. Let's give it some time. No, because once this goes off... Oh, they already have 1,000 poison on them. Okay. I was going to say once this goes off, it's just over because we're going to get 81 regen for the fight. Is there... Did they make him stronger? No, I think we were just getting crit a lot on some of them. Okay. If you have only one medium item, its cooldown is reduced. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. just give me a second here. I'm thinking something heinous. Get a weapon? I don't want a weapon. These are the weapons of the enemy. We do not need them. Take a chance on a rare event? No, I need small and large now. Okay. Sell this for 12. I know what you're thinking. Get that upgrade. I can't get that upgrade right now. I have to buy this first, and then we can buy the upgrade. I wanted to make sure I have a full board. Now, Sulfur isn't doing much, and maybe I should have transformed, arguably. Should have transformed first. Roll me. Okay, now what is this? Your poison items have +10. For every 20 poison on the enemy, this is +1. Is that what we're looking for? I've technically got 34 gold. I don't want to throw it away, but I technically do have 34 gold. I think that we definitely want this over, like, Sulfur. Even though I've got no way to reload it. Is that what we need? It might be. So if we're bringing that in, right, this is going to lose a multicast. That's very important for us to know. This would lose multicast if we have that, which means it would likely be something like you pull these out and do something like this. But then your only poisons are those two. Well, let's rethink it. Well, it's still not even bad though, right? Because like this is for every 20 poison on the enemy, and then this is your poison items, not your other poison items, your poison items. This one's also going very often. I don't know. Dude, it's a normal game, right? Like this is not a ranked ticket. Let's just get wacky with it. Let's just fucking get crazy, wacky, and wild with it. Hear me out, listening. Think energy potion probably, well, maybe energy potion doesn't even stay. But I don't want this one. Retort instead of the mushrooms. Okay, listening. Retort goes to a 4.2. Mushrooms are a 3.5. You could honestly still have this out. Like, there's no reason not to have it out, even though it doesn't have multicast anymore. In my opinion. 55 regen every 5 seconds. That could also be worthwhile. This is lifesteal, correct? Yeah, lifesteal. Okay. Maybe I'm onto something. Because, like, my only issue with Retort being out is 4.2 seconds. But it is 100 poison. And 100 poison is still a lot of poison. That's a meaty amount of poison. Let's look at it this way and see what we get on level up. Because this might be another enchant. It's not. Upgrade an item. Or a gold skill. Oh, God, I wish that choices didn't exist in this world. Like, somebody else could just fucking come in and do this for me, man. Because it's a lot to think about. It's the glaive. Is it upgrade glaive or is it go for a high roll gold skill? It's probably upgrade glaive. So you will get more multicast from Retort. Yeah, but it takes 10 seconds for the glaive to go off still. In that time, 3.5. The math is barely off. Because it would increase. No, I think you're right. It has to be this. And then we might just get completely dicked on here. And it doesn't matter anyways. You're right. My main win con this time is not poison. It is just going for this to do something. They have a lot going on here that's going to go off before we get to go, which means we probably just lose. When that 8x multicast of their dive goes off, that's rough. Hold. But it's not over.
Like my crew says at the bar. Another round.
But what you'll learn is it's not over yet. Have you done the Raid Shadow Legends one I saw in the horrible video quality? No, because it's a really funny idea. I just don't know if I have the commitment for it. Mainly because then I'd have to play Raid Shadow Legends. You know what I mean? That's the hardest part for me, is having to look myself in the eyes after playing Raid Shadow Legends. Now, if we can transform another small item. What if I just transform this one? No, we probably need the money more than anything. Yeah, we need the money. Granted, I understand that, like, if you've just clicked onto the stream and you're looking at the game I'm playing, you're probably thinking to yourself, how is this any different from Raid Shadow Legends? Look! Thoughts? I believe this is correct. Because I don't think we need this anymore at all. I understand, but if I see that live stream, I would 100% subscribe. It would be really funny. I was thinking this Marvel looks weird. This Marvel rival, would you say? My rivals, perhaps? I think that this is what we want. Now, maybe we want this instead. I believe it does actively gain the casts as it's going and keep going. This is based off of the fact that that makes me happy to believe. So even if it's a lie, I'm fine telling myself white little lies to feel better.
How do you hugelings use these?
It's no fair that only politicians get to do it.
I guess I made a
When you slow, this gains 2 burn for the fight. Fireflies, you probably wouldn't even believe your eyes if there were a bunch of, like, 10 million of those even. Hear me out, it might be already gone. So I don't know if I'll be able to. If it's still here, I'll hear you out. I think heavy invulnerability is gone. Energy potion might be in. It actually might. The haste potion instead of Rose. Yeah, Rose I do think is the weakest link right now. I'm not in love with it at all. We'll try it for the NPC fight, depending on who the NPC is. Void Colossus we probably don't kill. Lord of the Waste we easy kill. So let's just do the one that I know we beat, rather than challenging myself with new ideas that could potentially harm me. Like, I'm not trying to chase waterfalls. I'm just trying to stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to, you know? Yeah.
The Outlander way is truth.
I was only able to count up to 8 on the multicast, and then he died. Unfortunately. I was really trying to see if we were getting more as it went on. Shoeblade's gone. Philosopher's Stone, I don't want to say is gone, all right? I'm too afraid to drop it. Death Caps might be gone. Well, enchant with Toxic if able. It is a reagent. Honestly, just give me 13 more regen, and then I absolutely dare to risk some coin. But this time on HP, because levels won't matter if we die here. Get us a diamond skill of whichever one we get. Your poison items have plus poison. Your potions have their cooldown. It has to just be +6 poison on everything, right? Like, I know it's nothing special, but +6 poison's +6 poison. It changes a breakpoint automatically of this being 120, which then gives more multicast. What if you gamble? I don't know what I'm gambling for, but I guess that's what makes gambling fun. You have 30 regen. First 6 times you use a non-weapon, charge a weapon, 1 second. I think I'm down with mixed messages causing this to go faster. And I know it's like you'll have less multicast. Yeah, but I'll also start sustaining quicker.
We're out to dethrone
And one of the first items I'll use will be the one that gives me almost X6 multicast. Burn versus poison. Tale as old as time. Beauty and the Beast. We lose. Holy shit. Go! 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 Okay. I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. I don't think 6 poison would have changed much there either. Look at the number of skills they had compared to me. There was 0 chance in hell we were beating that anyways. Fun build though. I get it now. I understand how to mac. Now we can start macking on dudes in ranked. Exactly what I've been waiting for my whole life. Finally, an excuse to mac on dudes. Okay, okay. Your journey begins here. It's gotta be an enchanted item. Slow poison. You know, I've heard something about... It's gotta be shiny Venomander, right? Shiny is too good to pass up as your starting one. It has to be shiny. Now, sells items or strange glowing mushroom. What does strange mushroom give you? Hold on, let me go to howbazaar.gg. Strange... Fuck. Is it a... It's not really... I guess it's technically a merchant. No, they don't put them in merchants. Okay, where would this be? Tags, heroes, expansions, enchantments, misc. I'm not looking for, like, an item, I suppose. I'm trying to figure out how I would know what my options are when I click into something. Because commitment's very scary, right? Like, we can all agree that we'd hate to be committed. So a silver potion. I think I'm fine getting a free silver potion. Slow, the slowest item for 4 seconds. Not exactly the one I would love to see right now, but sure. Now, between these, give me the lighter. Maybe we can do, like, burn, poison, mac. Combine the two, the best of both worlds. There's a Hannah Montana song about that somewhere. Especially because the lighter already can't kill me. I'm out healing its massive DPS. I think, I don't know what I'm looking for, honestly. I think that we look to transform the Venomander into anything else and just keep our shiny enchantment. Because he probably has a lot of really good small items. I just wouldn't know. All I can ever get are little salamanders. Burn items have +1 burn, cinders or lighter. We're really only having a 1 and 4 at what we want, but the good thing is, as a true gambler, I don't miss those. Close your eyes. It's very important to me that you close your eyes right now. Small and medium. The weapon to the left of this has lifesteal. At the start of each day, get a catalyst. Other poison items have +3 poison. Look, I'm not happy that I'm doing the same build, okay? But it called. Freeze an item. When you freeze, this gains damage. This has +1 multicast for each potion or reagent. What's the best option here, right? Because we could do, you're not a potion or a reagent, so we could do like this. Is that our best option to start? Or is our best option just going like that? That might just be better. Why? Mainly because of the regen. I don't think it's any better because of this. So happy he's doing the same build. I think all smalls is better. Yeah, I think so too. Is one more cast? Yeah, one more cast is 6 poisons. Very worthwhile. I was thinking of taking the Ice Claw, though. I just didn't. So you can't say I only do the same thing. It's just mostly. Now, this one, I believe you have an option for a silver tier reagent, 3 regen or 3 loot. Could be a potion build. We'll see. Potion seller. I'm going into battle. And I require nothing but your strong... My potions are too strong for you, Traveler. Now, I don't think you can have a stronger build than mine day one. I'm kidding, by the way. I think our build might be kind of ass. They have lifesteal. It's over. Honestly, the reagent kills us. And they're actually just stealing my flow. 7 on this. Oh, because your other burn items have +1 burn. Dude, look at this disgusting high roller. He got the ruby and a burn item. Some people. I mean, you've got to win with that, right? Because please don't look at my build. It really does fall apart. Well, he also has lifesteal, though. So he is kind of cheating still. All right, we're fine. It honestly wasn't even close. He did kind of high roll, though, because he did get the burn skill, too. He just was missing the fact that my board's a smidge more synergistic. There we go. I'm learning English every single day. I've only spoke it for 24 years, okay? You've got to cut me some slack. Transform your leftmost item. We had one that, yeah. We have a good catalyst to transform here. The first time you fall below half health each fight, deal 60 damage. This might be the worst enchant in the game. That is impressively ass. That's so bad. That's really bad. Holy, they actually had to, like, in a lab, crafting the most ass thing they possibly could. Get a silver tier reagent. This is going to be huge. This time, I'm really feeling the lifesteal. Last time, I wasn't feeling it. This time, it's different. Your weapons deal +10 damage. If you have 5 or fewer, get crit chance. Let's go 5 or fewer and see if we can try to make a... Ooh, okay, well, hold on. I know where we're going before I reorganize anything. Because this could change everything for us. I doubt it will, but it could. Burn items have more burn, and it is a weapon itself. Okay. So this is a reagent that can then go next to this, having us have 5 +1 multicast for each adjacent potion or reagent. Potion? You're not a reagent anymore. Yep, all right, that adds up. As it turns out, it makes complete sense, actually. This should be good. Is this good enough to kill Borear? I heard people complaining that Borear is really strong now. I know we don't have much health, and we also don't get much regen, but at the same time, I feel like we deal damage decently fast, especially if I multicast X3 7 poison with 10% crit rate. I've talked myself into thinking we beat him, because it's only 7 seconds for it to go off. That should be the same time it takes for his first battles to go off over here. 7 seconds. Yeah. Which to me means we should be fine. And then that gets slowed, so that might as well just not even be on his board. And then once this goes, we can see kind of the speed we'll be going at. All right, he wins. 100%. Well, you know, is what it is. Because this is about to go off, and that's where it really hurts, yeah. As I calculated it, precisely as the simulation said. Warrior, you gotta try a little bit harder than that. Yo, he does a lot of damage now. Holy shit, they buffed him. Strange mushroom. I think we just go for medium items this time. When you use a small item, charge this 2 seconds. Your lifesteal weapons gain 10 damage for the fight. A weapon to the right of this has lifesteal. Do I go candles, and then we also have obsidian ruby to start dealing damage, which then gives more burn also, and then we can start scaling the burn on it, and then we can put more small items out to just keep using? I don't even know if that's better than what we have right now, but it might be worth it. I feel like candles is better. I do too. I felt like that was really slow. Because, like, if we do something like... Also, you have a multicaster. Do I? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. This counts as my multicast. Yeah. So he'll stay out. You have to stay out. Because that's burn and boom. I think that's just how you do it, maybe. But you're every 7 seconds. But nothing else I have would go faster, except for you, which is every 6 seconds, which I guess could technically go next to the sleeping potion and allow sleeping potion to be used a second time. Which then makes candles go even faster. Okay, that adds up. But then our poison sucks ass. And I don't know if I want my poison to suck ass also. So I think I'll put this out for now. And then we'll just act like I reworked the board. Even though it is in the exact state that I first started it with. Gain an additional XP. All I need. Transform the multicast thing until you find a short cast time item. That is true. Transform my leftmost. Do I have any reagents? I don't. Well, time to put my money where my mouth is. Burn on a fire potion means that we have to put this out. And then put this out. Why? Because you're going every 7 seconds. You're going every 7 seconds. Might as well have it be a better one. The alternative is you do this. And then don't put anything else out. You might say that one of these is worth putting out. Yeah, it is, because I can't count anyways, so might as well. Do I want... Or is it even worth having this out? Or do we just do 5 items so we keep our crit? 10% crit. W ammo on sleeping potion. I think it's good. And then shiny on this is really good. I think you just do put this out and then you throw anything else out. Let's just do another potion just because it feels more Mac appropriate. Is Mac the only character people play? Is it because I bought him that the game's like, welcome in? Welcome to initiation. There's no shot you have a better build than mine. I don't know what this is. Okay, you have more regen. I don't think it's going to be better, but it's going to be scary for sure. No, it's not. God, stop lying to people. Oh my, I'm just such a disgusting sandbagger. You're honestly right. Don't you think an ammo on burning potion's better? You're telling me this shit doesn't work like Cannonball? You tell me now that it doesn't work like Cannonball? I thought that it just gave it to both of them. Yes, that is way better. 100% that's better. I didn't know that's how it worked. Okay. So we have a catalyst, right? Shiny fire potion is fine. And maybe it just means we should lean more into the potion aspect of things. And then we can just retransform this one because that one's just disgusting. 100% crit chance. Okay, that does fit the potion theming. I need an item that reloads all potions. Transform an item to the left. Transform your medium. Let's get you to be something else. Obsidian dagger. That's not bad. Because that's +2 ammo on this one. And then we can have +1 ammo on that one. I think that's how I like it. And then you are nothing. I don't want you to ever think you're part of the team, and I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. Upgrading a bronze tier item matters a lot because our shiny item should get upgraded to silver. Not even just for that, but just in case we want to re-roll into anything else. And I think we're just way too fast for anything to stop us. Potion Distillery is extra ammo and cooldown. Okay. Was that the large item I had last time? That was transforming potions? I only remember that aspect of it, if you can't tell. Yes, okay. Then I agree. I think that would be very good for us. Burns to death. Love to see it. Our health is dangerously low. I think that's just a byproduct of playing Mac, though. The item has +1 ammo. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna... Oh. Oh, clean up on aisle my pants. Oh, dear Lord. A caravan approaches. Oh, it's just so good. Because now we're gonna get... Actually, I don't... Well, energy potion I would definitely put in over Noxious potion. Would I, though? Because I'm already running out of ammo before anything gets to happen. So I don't know if I would run it, but still... Let me have a little fantasy fairy tale where in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, that would be so good. And then I'll never run it. Burn goes way faster than poison. At least with this setup, that's probably pretty high rolled. But like, don't worry about that part. When you use a tool, adjacent items gain crit chance. You are tools, right? Not at all. Upgrade a bronze tier item. What am I doing here? I don't like any of my bronze tier items, though. I guess I like the Tazidian... The Tazidian dagger's fine. It's just also not much of anything special, right? I mean, this is how we're going to run that for now. And you could say that means I should upgrade the Aludel or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to. I mean, maybe you could argue that, like, you do this. I think I agree with that argument. Fuck this. Let's just go over here. Your poison items have +1 poison. Roll me and give me my burn items have +1 burn. Exactly as we asked for it. All according to the script. We have to go here. I would love to pay to get even more health, but whatever. We'll just get the free one. I know I had the money to pay, but I'm kind of scared to pay. Hey, if I bought gold chocolate bars and saved one of them to re-roll into a transform into a different item, couldn't we get a gold small item for comparatively pretty cheap? Now you, I don't know what you're doing. Yes? Okay. So that might be something that could be worth checking out. Why did you poison yourself? I don't get it. Poison yourself. The item to the left of this has crit chance equal to your poison. Oh, so you have 46% 46% crit chance on that. That's very interesting. He's dead, by the way. I just figured I could point that one out. I didn't really get time to appreciate what his... I read one item and he was gone. As unfortunate as that is for him, mainly. I think I'm down to check out silver items. See if we get a silver reagent. We don't... Oh, we do! That technically does count as a reagent, which makes me say we just do this. Oh, it's transform your leftmost small item. Ooh, now this is fucking embarrassing, isn't it? When you buy this, get a catalyst. I don't need a catalyst, though. When you haste slow charge at the start of each day, get a reagent. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for either. What are you? When you poison, gain 2 regen. I'm not a poison build. I'm a burn build. Remember that. Get that through your thick skull. I understand how it could look a little bit confusing, but I promise it's not the case. When you use a potion, deal 10 damage. When you reload or transform a potion, this gains 10 damage for the fight. I use a lot of potions. So you could say that, like, maybe it should just be this. Is it just this? Is it just, like, do this? It could just be do this. I think it's do that. Did you see the new pack items for Mac? If so, no. If that is the one we're talking about, yeah, no. I think we beat Hydro Dude, right? Sorry, Prince Marianus. I don't think Prince Marianus has anything. Hold on, howbazar.gg. Honey's waiting for me. Prince Marianus. He has chum, piranhas, electric eels, narwhals, and illusorays. We don't have sustain, though, do we? If he has any form of sustain, I think he just kicks our ass. Hold on. I'm misclicking my tabs like I'm a boomer. Give me one moment. As though it's my first time ever using a computer. Don't understand how these newfangled things work. All right. We're leveling up no matter what we do, so let's limit test. We go decently fast, but I don't... Which is scary because of electric eels. Now, slowing his slow item's really nice for us. We need our items to kind of, like, stop soon. Oh, wait. Oh, deal 10.
Deep King will avenge me. I know.
Oh. Maybe I don't like Vial Launcher, then. Maybe I just don't like it at all. When you sell this, permanently gain 4 regen. Compared to the other items, it honestly isn't that bad. It's our only form of sustain right now. When you use a potion, it transforms into another potion, so that item works with the one you're running right now. Yeah, if you have exactly one weapon, I don't. First 5 times you use your rightmost, charge a slow item. Don't want that. Your items have +1 max ammo. I just think that that's too good with all the potions we're using. Transform your items into something new. This could be the start of something new. Transform your leftmost medium into something else. When you use a potion, transform it into a potion for the fight and gain 2 regen for the fight. When you use a potion, poison equal to this item's regen. Hey, I've got an idea about the item you were talking about. Just kind of like thinking, spitballing out loud here. What if I did this? What if I wanted it to happen? I don't think it's good, mind you, but it could be funny. Gain 2 income. I just think that that's so good for free. Holy based. It could be everything we need. It could also do absolutely nothing. I'm really banking on it being the like everything we need side of things. What do you have going on? Oh, wow, a bunch of poison. How original of you. Oh, using using quill and ink. Wow. Never saw, the last time I saw that one, my grandpa fell off his dinosaur, dude. Get over yourself. Also, get Vial Launch. They've never seen a launcher quite like this. A launcher? Sorry, my fault. We don't do contrived jokes from the 50s around here. So what's the deal with airline food? Vial Launcher isn't that bad, actually. It doesn't seem that bad. I think I need to upgrade it more, though. So here's my idea. 5 gold chocolate bars. Eat 4 of them. 1 becomes another item. Transform your leftmost small item. Now we have a golden spider mace, which we're just not going to use at all. Yeah, there's just no world where I use it. Now, we go for the Gorgonzola, because she doesn't have anything good, right? Unless she got buffed. I just know she used to be a very easy I win no matter what I do. Gorgon Noble is... Yeah, she has nothing. She has absolutely nothing. Okay, cool. I was correct. I was correct to make fun of her for her lower status. Great. Okay, now I know how the bourgeoisie felt. Making fun of the proletariat. I think I didn't read Big Brother. My school wouldn't let me read it. They said 1984 would rot my brain. And they were right. Oh, it does just kind of like... Does it reload them when it does that? Oh, it does. Oh, we could start the sandstorm here. I kind of forgot that's a potion. I call that the low roll. If that happens, that happens. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm insane. This build feels good. Transform your leftmost small item, loot tier item, get a silver tier item. Give me a silver tier item, honestly. Because I don't know what we're looking for. Gain 50 max health for the fight when you haste or slow. Charge this 1 second. Who are earrings for? Well, okay, yeah, like generally people who have their ears pierced. But I meant, like, who looks at earrings and goes, fuck yeah, this is my item? Honestly, is this the play? Is it this? It might be this. Candles could probably go soon as we get more potions and fully transition into our random bullshit go build. Poison more on our poison item. Love to see that. Get more max HP. I feel like doing the golden mace was better than the silver whatever. I agree, But the reason I wanted to do it on the silver one is the silver one I have perceived value with of I can't sell this because it will give me shield on something and I'm wasting value if I don't sell it to give shield to something. So by selling it prematurely, I have freed my mind from the shackles of, oh, I have to do this in a certain order. I agree it was probably suboptimal. However, the freeing of my own mind felt too good. You could argue that I should have put that on the multicast burn one. This one's going to stick around. The other ones are leaving. The other ones are fleeting. 120 more max HP. It's just kind of hard to say no to because I have no max HP. Now I have a lot. I think 1300, there's a chance we have more max HP than the Vanessa. Chance.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Yeah, we have 400 more HP than a Vanessa. Now, what are you? When you use another friend, charge this 2 seconds. Is this your only friend? It might be your only friend, but that's still pretty fucking scary, man. Especially if they're gonna poison. Also, I don't even know what all my potions do. Doesn't matter. I win.
You should put it
At some point, we just drop candles. Yeah. For now, it's staying because all of our potions are small items. So it's really nice. A weapon gains lifesteal for the fight. Wait, Runic is such a goated starting one? Because we put lifesteal on our vial launcher. That's why we felt so healthy. Sells weapons. There are weapons that are potions. It is pretty hard to deny that. Crocodile Tears. When your enemy takes damage, this gains 10 damage for the fight. It takes a while to get going, but it is another potion, so we'll hold on to it for now. And then none of the... You are a... When you use a potion, transform it into a potion for the fight and gain 2 regen. Bottled Explosion doesn't work, though. It would just be a funny way to have a medium potion transform. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. It has to be the vial launcher so that it starts gaining more damage each and every time. Well, it's a weapon and a potion, so 50-50 your vial gets lifesteal. Oh, that's true. You're right. We do not want a weapon one to start with. That's actually so true. So I'm just going to drop that as we speak. Yes. I had to think about it to make sure. Still, tools. Are potions tools? No, they're potions. Well, honestly, you know what? I guess I probably could have guessed that one. Get a weapon. Why? I don't know. Felt like there were a lot of large weapons in the game, and that could sell for more. Lone Shark, we might beat Trash Golem. Trash Golem uses a rainbow potion, don't you? Yeah, you use rainbow potion, which isn't a weapon. You also use plasma grenade, which isn't a potion. I guess it's a grenade. You know what? That's fair enough. This could be scary. Mainly because of Powder Keg. Powder Keg's just such a solid item. We're about to start up the Sandstorm. We're about to unleash the beast. All right. Hopefully we get something good here. We hold on to it because of this. This is what we're looking for. This could be Potion Distillery. All weapon cooldowns are increased by 1 second. Your non-weapon items cooldowns are decreased by 1 second. It's just too large, right? Like, how do I justify using this? I'd have to drop one of my potions, most likely the Noxious one. Then we drop candles. Then we do something like this. Is this based? Wait, it might be. Because why do I care if this gets an extra second of cooldown? It doesn't have a cooldown. This could be it. Have we found the build? The build to stop all builds. Nice weapons, idiot. I hope you enjoy the extra second on those ones. You're also adding a second to all enemy weapons? Yeah. Well, that's the other reason why I'm like, well, it's not that bad. And then we've got Crocodile Tears over here, which looking like a pretty good finisher right around now. It takes a while to go off, though. It would have been so fun if you could have gone off. I would have been so happy for you. Whatever. We need to get our potions to gold ASAP. We slow down the pace of the fight a good bit with it. But isn't that kind of the idea anyways? Gold skills, free skills, slow skill. Gold, I guess. Do I have like an iron sharpens iron? The first 5 times you slow, charge a burn. It's not really worth it, right? Your weapons have 15% crit chance. That could be worth it, but there's gotta be a better one. plus 20 damage, plus 20, plus 6 poison on this one. Because now every time we use any potion, we're fucked. I wager this guy knows what he's doing on Mac more than I do. I'd like to see what he's got. Staff of the Moose, Runic Double Bow, Peace Wrought. When you visit it, destroy the item to the left of this and gain regen equal to its value. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he probably just wins that. But hey, on the bright side, welcome to the sandstorm, bitch. Welcome to my world, motherfucker. Okay, well, you win this one. Yep.
There is always a price for knowledge.
Damn.
You have just paid it.
Is the build ass, or was that just a really good Mac build? I feel like that's just a really good Mac build, right? Probably. I mean, I could swap back the candles and we could see. Transform into something new. He did also have pack items. That motherfucker. Well, honestly, that just tells me that he cares more about this game than I do, most likely. There's nothing I really want to transform compared to buying more potions.
60 seconds.
Drinking potions, not the kind I want to start with. Gaining 8 regen for the fight on a 5-second cooldown. Honestly,
If there's anything wrong with that, tell me. I want to learn.
it's time. It's time to play the game. This is the kind of build that dreams are made of right here. Sell this one, hold on to the rest. I'll see you guys on the other side if we make it. Get a small healer regen item, give me some free money. That's, honestly, I guess this is what I deserve for saying that. Ghost Pepper? I don't know what you do, man. I really don't. I wish I did. I wish you and I knew each other a little bit better. What is this one? It's a tool. Okay, we should be going for tools and medium items a lot. Wait, library is asked if you get a weapon potion, you just lose. Yep, that's why I decided to remove it. We felt it in the other one. I was like, why is everything taking so slow? And then I realized, because of you. But I'm holding on to it so we can re-roll it into another gold large. Fuck it. I didn't even look up what he has. 2,200 HP. I'm throwing, honestly. I just shouldn't have even picked this one. He's going to outpoison us so hard, but we will get to shrink off some of his max HP. It's a lot of fucking strength potions, man. Some would say too many strength potions. Quit it. Well, luckily, every single time I use any potion. Yeah, okay, never mind. We're still fine. The lifesteal was the reason we were fine. If not for Vial Launcher having lifesteal, we would have lost that. Now, what are we looking for from him? I guess that's what we're looking for.
Bazaar has many secrets.
Reagent, loot item. Most loot items are somewhat useful. This is why we say most, honestly. Like, there's a reason I didn't say all loot items are very useful. Sell my scrap here. Look at medium items, because that's what we need. What are you? Freeze, when you freeze poison. That's a sick item. I like that one a lot. Oil Lantern. When you gain regen, charge this 2 seconds, 10 burn. Okay, sure. When you reload, gain 2 regen. When you buy a potion, increase this item's regen by 4. Not useful because of the recycling bin. Recycling bin already reloads them as it does it. Wow. That was trash.
It's been nice talking.
That's impressive. None of you are weapons. No son of mine would use a weapon. Candles are gone. Spider Mace isn't gone because that could be another gold tier potion that we use. Potion seller. I'm going into battle. You're a weapon. You're a weapon, actually.
Days are over.
Weapons do matter.
Weapons?
Shard of Obsidian, that matters.
I fight alongside.
We could make all of our stuff weapons if we wanted. Crocodile tears, we don't want to see. Same with Bottled Explosion. Looks like those are the only weapons in the game, by the way, because that's like the 4th straight time a shop has sold me exclusively that set of 3. It must be a bundle deal. They over-ordered them, so now they're doing anything they can to package it to the unsuspecting consumer, aka me. A fiery one of the... Why am I allowed to buy your items? Fucking give me these. The main one that's throwing me off is why is this one on sale? What did it do? Oh, your health is about to shrink. If I could... Wow! Something hurt really, really fucking bad, huh?
I paint my ship red, but I don't use
Holy shit. That table item. Your health also shrunk? Wait, does it shrink both players? No, it's only reduced your enemy's max health. Right? Am I misunderstanding? Does the gold one reduce everybody's? I'm saying because you got melted? Oh, yeah, no, they fucked me up. I thought you were like, you got to get rid of that shrinking potion. And I would have believed you too. Gold tier items. We do have a couple gold tiers I would not mind seeing. Enchant. Another non-enchanted item. No. But both of these are yes. Because if we can get more enchanted potions on the field, I think we're doing really good. Your potions have their cooldowns reduced by 15%. I just don't think... Is this worth it? Because it would replace 3 potions. And I kind of just like firing more potions off with a build like this. I think we need to get better scaling on these, better enchants just across the board on these ones. And Potion Distillery doesn't do much for us, aside from provide us an engine to get more potions. And they're enchanted potions at that. Okay. So in that world, what do I do? You'd sell this for 12, 100% of the time. It'd be 12, 4, 4. We're currently looking at 20. I'd need to sell one more. We'd sell this one. Then we'd have a gold that we could go for. You enchant large, and each transform is a potion that's actually enchanted. Yeah. Wait, enchant the large. Hold. We need to sell all of those, unfortunately, because, like, this shit is expensive. But now, we can start transforming these into potions that are enchanted. So we'll have a burning potion for one. Just need to go to merchants now. Dr. Vortex, doesn't everybody beat him? I'm so scared. Dr. Vortex doesn't do anything, right? If I look him up on howbazaar.gg, my favorite new website, Dr. Vortex, he's just one that, like, doesn't exist in my mind. He's got a light bulb, a lightning rod. When any player uses an item, this gains 20 damage and 20 shield for the fight. Well, I use a lot of items. Maybe lightning rod owns me. I feel like it outscales me just by existing. Oh, so if we get a good enchant on this, then it's easy. If we don't, then we just go with, like, the ones that we're getting from these. Okay. Fuck it, I don't know. We use a lot of items, but, like, he's about to find out that that still hurts. Lightning Rod is insane. But I guess it does have an 11-second cooldown. Okay, I didn't see that on How Bazaar. Mainly because I don't really know how to use the site, so I just read the items. It's my first time net decking. I'm nervous. My first time showing up to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Convention. I hope everyone there is as nice as they say. Disclaimer, no one says they're nice. It is I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Might be one of the least welcoming card games to get into. Right up there with Magic the Gathering. But Magic the Gathering players, I think they know they're a little bit insufferable.
I see everything.
It's gotta just be go with poison, right? No, you go for the, honestly, you go for the high roll. Because imagine if we get shiny. Burn is also pretty good. I'm down to have a lot of burning potions. So you're out, and you're out. You can turn it into whatever you want. Sells weapons? You're goddamn right they do. I would love to upgrade my poison items. Unfortunately, I can't. Runic Blade, when you crit, this gains double damage for double this item's damage for the fight. Okay, I see where you're coming from with that one. Not really what we're looking for, but now we have an enchanted fiery bottled lightning that I don't want to put out because it's a weapon. Yeah, I just really don't want to see that one, honestly. That sucks. Okay, let's refresh these. Fuck you. Why do we not like weapons? I need Runic to put onto Vial Launcher. Otherwise, we have no sustain for the rest of the fight. It might still be better than, like, starting with Shrinking Potion, though. It might, because it's still a gold one that it transforms into. I just feel like we need our sustain. Well, I guess we do get some regen from this. It's just not much. Someday. Heal and regen items. Or skills. Skills, I feel like, matter more. As opposed to the possibility that we... I'm not going to pay 20 gold for 2 poison. You're insane. First 4 times you use a poison or a potion, gain 20 regen for the fight. That I will pay for because we use potions so often that I think 80 regen is very worthwhile. Yeah, we'll transform this one first. I don't know. I don't know if the potion spam build's gonna bring us all the way, but I so want it to. I think I've got to like start scaling Vial Launcher better. Spices on this build means that they probably just win unless I can do something really quick to try and stop them, but whew, it's not looking great. The home team, it is not looking great for us right around now. I have shrunk their health. Uh-oh. Their spices just went off. See you guys in hell because I win those.
More plunder.
I was that wasn't even sandbagging. I actually just thought they had it with the obsidian revolver going off with the spices. I really thought they just had that one in the bag. Turns out, you should never doubt the potions. Okay, well, how am I supposed to know which one I'm going to here? Mandala or... the old illusion of... Wait, I saw somebody else pop up for a second. Let's just exit the main menu quickly. Resume the old ranked match. Hopefully we still have options in front of us. Oh. Sells apparel from any hero or transform your items into something new. Okay. I think I actually just want to go transform. And I want you to become something else because restorative could just be really nice to have on... I feel like less so on that one. Yeah, since we had no apparel, we're going for.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant.
I don't know. It just didn't seem that worthwhile. Upgrading our regenerative potion is worthwhile, so we have another gold on the field. Having a burning freezing potion, I like more than a shrinking potion. It starts quicker. It's just, it feels nicer. It feels more like what I want. I need to get a good runic potion. Yeah, the game really is fully out. That is allegedly what they've said. I mean, the bug that drives me insane, it is not even that one. It's the fucking having to reinstall if you click on the shortcut that Windows creates instead of going into your game files to open up the game. As long as I open the game from my game files, the game launches perfectly fine. If I open it from the Windows shortcut, it goes error, there's an issue with your installation. You beat Death Knight easy. There was a reason I thought that I wanted something from this guy, but I might have just been thinking of like last run, honestly. Looking at his items, I don't think these are what we're looking for. Getting stuck with 2 crocodile tears is our kiss of death, by the way. But I'm not going to complain because live by the potions, die by the potions, you know? I can't be like, oh, this is hardly fair. Burn skills, heal and regen, or max skills. We're using so many potions, there has to be a max skill.
Must make time.
Charge a regen item. Gain 2 times your regen for the fight. Potions have +1 ammo. Ooh, those are rough. Those are rough. Roll me. It gotta be better than that, right? For each potion you have. So even though the first 8 times is really nice, giving +18 poison to this, where every time I use a potion, I'm going to poison 28 now, that just feels too good to pass up, right? Medium items, we're also looking for a lot of those.
I want what's right for you.
Luckily, that won't be an issue, because this item doesn't exist. That's crazy, because all your potions are going to be burned out. What do you mean? This one? Oh yeah. Because yeah, I see what you're saying. Ooh, because now this one's worth putting out. Over, it goes off within 5 seconds. I think I need the lifesteal one, so I think it's got to be like this, and then we turn this one into a burning one next.
Hey, that's okay. It's been
Yeah. And then we go here because they sell potions, and it will transform that other one into another burn enchanted one. And then we look in here, and we have a fiery shrinking potion, which burns for 7. But I don't really like... I mean, we can sell this. That shrinking potion's never coming back out. And then I just, unfortunately, don't have money to reroll or do anything unless I wanted to sell my other potion, which I do not. So now we've got a ton of burn and poison in the build. Plus, we're scaling our damage and launching vials at them.
a legend on Pelago.
I think the build's good, but it's very inconsistent. Now, this is scary. When your enemy uses an item. Luckily, I believe that this doesn't count as getting used. Oh, damn. Still going off. Which one's freezing? It's something that was actually, like, freezing me. Holy, wait, it's got 4x multicast on that bitch. What the fuck? How'd you get that going on, my man? That's absurd to me. And then everything we're doing is slowed because of them. Okay. Wow.
Make you predict
What gave it 4, 6x? In all my days, in my 20 years as a teacher, never. All right, well, let's go get an enchantment real quick. Don't want shield effects. Let's see what we get on the vial launcher.
Let me brighten them.
I probably should have upgraded everything to gold because then we could finally get that upgraded. Haste?
Many times I have stood
When you use a potion, haste an item for 2 seconds.
fear.
Well, that does change things now, doesn't it? You don't really care for the effect of the potion, you just need it to be fast. That is true, but I do want my runic one still. And that one's fast. Fiery is not fast. So I really want the fiery one to just kind of turn into something else, and let's see what we get. Oh, wait, duh, that won't just be potions, you dumbass. Everyone point and laugh at this dipshit. Okay, let's go in here.
With big bargains.
Fuck, that's nice. Oh, shit. All right, put this one in here, put this one out. We want both of them. So bad.
You're always guided me.
I don't really have that kind of money on me, though. Well, we could just sell this one. And then buy this one. Now, what are you?
But I'm
Heal equal to 50% of your max HP on an 11-second cooldown. We just don't need that. So then we move on. Because having 2 diamonds has to be worthwhile. Property Baron, you've been changed to a gold, or sorry, a diamond. I think that's very fair. I don't even think we beat Property Baron. He just does way too much damage. This guy we easy beat, and then, I don't know, we can turn pretty much any item he drops. If he drops us the gold bar, or sorry, the diamond tier bar of gold, I am going to change it into a potion. I'm sorry. I must. And then everything gets crit.
Outland away is true.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Getting the extra haste on everything from the turbo vial launcher, it's definitely not bad.
With enough power,
Gold tier reagent,
they will defeat death itself.
or a gold, just give me a gold tier loot, because then we can just sell that also. Reduce your leftmost items cooldown. Okay. Going to sell this on the shiny one so that the shiny one has its cooldown reduced. Do I know if that's it? You're so fucking stupid for selling that, you absolute dumbass. Holy. What is wrong with me? Why would I even bother selling that? What am I thinking? That was free. Well, damn, I really want to go to the shop and turn that into something else. But instead, I think you have to fight a monster. It's too much value whenever you can. And then if we can... Well, we don't want to transform, now that I think about it. Whatever. Like, there's been a lot of misplays here. A lot of it is I'm going to blame on me not knowing Mac that well yet. But on the bright side, we go pretty fucking fast, don't we? We're getting up there now.
Waste of my time.
What is this one?
But I
Okay.
do have plenty.
Again, we could sell it. A dually? who is the same level as me, but has more wins than me. Scary. Scary to say the least. However, our runic potion will go off. Turbo drill. I don't know if we beat turbo drill. It just scares me a lot. We'll see what we have. They have a shiny on something too. I can't even keep track of what's happening right now, so I hope we win. We win. That's big. That's a silver victory. I'm never going to be upset about getting silver. You're telling me if you went to the Olympics, you'd be pissed off if you came home with a silver medal? I don't believe you. I do think the Olympics would be way more interesting as like a spectator sport if they did force every country to put in like one pick from like a raffle who's just a normal guy. Because it kind of loses the spectacle, right? When everybody is the top of the line athletes out there, you don't recognize how special it is to have this many top of the line athletes with each other. But if we put in one just like absolutely the most average man of all time, people would be like, holy shit, wait, these athletes are goated. Now, I need to keep Runic Potion, unfortunately. Even though it would be very fun to have another one of these out. Wait, definitely better than Rainbow Potion being out there. How did you even get out there, Rainbow Potion? Rainbow Potion takes too long to go off. So that's way better. And then we can get another something to replace Freeze Potion. Now, upgrading any item, unfortunately, it has to be Vial Launcher, even though it'd be very fun to get more regen with this one. The faster this one scales, oh, baby. Veteran Octopus. Shit, I'm in. Is this build viable? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that this is probably Mac's best build. For if you cannot predict your own items that you're using, how could your enemy potentially even know how to play around it? Sorry, you lose. Why? I don't know either. God damn, wow, we ended with a lot of sleeping potions there. Your weapons have 3% crit chance for each weapon you have. I have one weapon. So, really not pushing the envelope here. Haste and cooldown items, why not? Your items gain plus 100% crit chance for 4 seconds. No. Moth meal. Also gonna unfortunately say no. Runic Potion upgrade. Large day. It's worth. It's not good, but it's worth. Because now we have a diamond item that we can transform into being something else when we go to another shop before our next fight. And we will get one more shop before our next fight, which will probably be better than skill upgrades. No, because this is our best skill and it's already at the highest tier it can be at. So then we go into here and we see what we can get. Frost Potion upgrade could be good. What do we have in here? Fiery Sleeping Potion is huge for us. It might be better than this one just because it's diamond. Look at that. Oh, that is an attractive looking board. Look at this team. We're going to do great. Honestly? Nah, because it's diamond. We keep out energy potion. Even though it's not doing much for us now that we have turbo vial launcher, I still think it's worthwhile. We got to go diamond skills. We have to. Right? Most poison item has more poison. Weapons deal plus 25 damage. First time you use an item each fight, haste 3 potions for 2 seconds. Sure. Is it potions? Oh, haste 3 poison items. Sorry, the icon was a potion, and so my brain auto-corrected. I picked the worst one there. Well, not the worst one, but definitely not the best one. Whoops. It's fine, it's fine. These go off on 5 seconds. This goes off on 3.9. So it's still going to haste those one before anything else happens. Yeah. We still get a bunch more haste on it, which then will transfer over. Oh, but they're slowing my shit. Not a huge fan of that. Woo, baby. Okay, we're still in there. We're still in there. I thought it was me that was dead. I'm not going to lie. It was scary. There were a lot of noises going on. There was a lot of flashing colors on my screen. I thought it was me. That was spooky. It's only spooky because there's too much going on for the mind to comprehend. Get a freeze item. Don't really care for that, right? So, like, just take me to the vendor. Yeah, just, honestly, I don't care. But what did we get on this one? Golden runic potion with the enchant. So now our runic gets swapped out for one of these.
I feel like that decision comes from a negative place.
That decision does not come from a negative place. Medium and large items. There are still medium items we're looking for. One that I would desperately love to get upgraded any fucking day now. Okay. So you would have to replace energy potion, but you are on a 4-second cooldown, which makes you tempting to replace. And then we can have another gold come in with, or sorry, when it changes to diamond, we can have it come in with the better cooldown over here. One of you has something that's helpful for potions, and I don't remember which one it is. I think it might be hulking, but I really need money, so I'm just gonna go trash. But you might say, why didn't we go property baron? The thing that scares me the most is getting one-shot, and property baron's the one that can one-shot us easily. It takes a bit of time for us to get started now. It definitely just takes some time, little bit of, well, you know what, honestly, doesn't take that much time. All right. When you use a small item, charge a large one. This was not who I was thinking of. Whoops. When you sell this, transform your leftmost small item. Look, we're going to do it. I really like the haste potion. Yeah, you might be right. But honestly, so the reason I don't mind too much, when you use a potion, haste one item for 2 seconds versus waiting 6 seconds. Yeah, it's similar. It's similar. Let's see what we get going on with this one. Fiery Quicksilver. Quicksilver could be very fun, but it's not what we're looking for. We could fight an epic monster, and I think we will because this is our only way to level. Awakened District. We should be fine against it. No, I do think you're right, though. It did feel like we were going faster when the haste potion would go off. Especially because we don't have too much for us to worry about here, because once haste potion goes off, it normally feeds into a secondary haste potion going off. Which, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, look, they were all about to go off. Good for them. Good for them. Do I want anything from you? When you use a large item, haste another item for 4 seconds? Don't really use large items. Not my MO, my modus operandi, if you will. Get a gold tier item or 2 gold and a loot. Honestly, I don't need loot, so just give me a gold tier item. That's just money. That's money in the bank. Now, we have options. Gumball, poison item, or cells items. Show me exactly what I want to see. Tell me all the things that I want to hear, because it's true. That's what I like about you. Now, what are you? Your items have plus 50% when you crit with an item, reduces cooldown. That's insane. Just not helpful currently. Not for this build, but that's an awesome item. But 3 slots. It's probably pretty hard to slot that in a meaningful way. Okay, hear me out. You do a large palanquin, a large Jabalian war drum, and 2 yo-yos that suck each other off in the center. You've made the perfect build. Actually, honestly, you don't even need it at that point, because, like, the yo-yos are going to charge each other too much. It's going to be diminishing returns. All right, Dooley's about to start freezing everything we know and love. God is our witness. We probably lose this just because we don't get to play the game. Freeze moment. Yep. Man, like, power to him. He has a better build or whatever. God, does it suck to lose to freeze, though? Because what am I supposed to do against that, you know? Like, what's the counterplay to it? He used all of his items 25, 27, 22, 22. This one went off 10 times. Dang. +1 multicast on everything. Damn. That is a good build from Dooley. I don't even know what you do to beat that. Freeze 2 items. What were they? Didn't they do an entire nerf to freeze where freeze has to freeze stuff that, like, now, against me, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because it would be freeze 2 small items. But didn't they do an entire nerf where the entire philosophy behind it was freeze is too powerful when it can freeze stuff that's larger than it? So we need to make sure that freeze can only trickle down in what it freezes because it's unfair when a small item can freeze your large item. Wasn't that an entire balance patch that we had? Like, I understand this is 0.5 seconds. But it didn't feel like it because I got to use my items 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. While he gets 5,000 shield in that time. Holy. Maybe duelie's not an issue still, but these beetles definitely are. Holy shit. That's a crazy. They had a really good update they reverted where that item gives extra cast, adds cooldowns to the item. I just feel like freeze shouldn't be that spammable. If you're able to use your freeze for 0.25 or for 0.5 seconds over 25 times within 3 seconds, what is the opponent supposed to do? Like, obviously you can say, well, if you had a radiant for all of your enchants instead of burning, and that's true. If I had radiant on everything, ooh, all is forgiven. And just like that, we're so back. Alright, so remember how I've been saying the past couple streams, I feel like I'm on thin ice with a lot of my neighbors for streaming, and they don't like that I make noise? It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to be ending stream now. Why? Because I heard my next door neighbor get home, which means a noise complaint is soon to follow if I keep streaming right now. Plus, I've got to go to the store and pick up groceries for the rest of the week anyways. So, I'm going to call it there. Unfortunately, I actually really like Mac. Mac feels so fun to play. I feel like there's so many different lines of play on Mac. Vanessa feels very pigeonholed into like weapons right now. I don't know how Pig feels right now. But Mac he feels open. He feels like if you can imagine how you can make the build work, he lets you do the build. Which I really like because I would not describe sending 77 potions and rummaging through the garbage for 4 more as an optimal build. But it's a really fun one. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I'll be back tomorrow with some Monster Hunter. Don't know how long we're going to go on Monster Hunter because last time I streamed Monster Hunter, they got pissed at me. So we'll see what happens. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.